Hey everybody, this is Anthony from Into the Darkroom, and I'm going to show you the Into the Darkroom admin panel with the design tab to show you some of the customization features you have in the Rana blog site template. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the ITDR admin, and you're going to see on the right a preview of your blog site will show up. And then on the left, I've already selected the design tab from the drop down at the top. So you can just go ahead and click here, click on the design tab, and you'll get to this area right here. So what you're going to look at right now is the top and bottom banner background color. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and I can either select a color like this, and if I were to save it, you're going to see that it changes both the top and bottom of the blog. So it's the top area right there, and then the bottom footer area. So you can use this really quick color picker, or if you have a code from Photoshop or you're using specific colors, you can just go ahead and put it in there, click save, and it will change those colors. So first item is the top and the bottom of the blog. You also have the ability to put in a pattern through this background pattern. So if you've purchased a pattern somewhere, or you have one that you've created and you want to put it in there, you can just go ahead and click upload new, and it'll go ahead and put it in those two places for you. Your theme accent color is anything like this, where your navigation is highlighted, where you have text like this. So anywhere where you see this color is going to be this theme accent color. And then you have the blog width, which is just simply the width of the blog. So if you want it wider or thinner, you can go ahead and change that here. You have the contact page sidebar width. So if you go ahead and go to the contact page on the right, I'm going to go ahead and go to the contact page now. And on the right is this sidebar right here, and that width is going to go ahead and change based on this number here. So you can go ahead and change that either by using the slider, or moving these arrows up and down, or just go ahead and type the number in. You have the border color. So if we go back to the home page, the border color is going to be any line accents like this, like next to the welcome or between the Twitter and so on. So if you wanted to get rid of those and you didn't have a pattern in the background right there, you could change it to the same color as that background, and it would eliminate those. Or if you want to change the, like we have it as gray, if you wanted it to be black, you can go in and just change those colors. You have the navigation link padding, and I'm going to show you what that means. It gives you some ability to play. Right now we have it set to 40, but it gives you a little bit of ability to play with how much padding that navigation is going to have. So when I lower it down to 10, you're going to see that everything got tighter. And then when I bring it back up to 40, which is where we originally had it, you're going to see everything get a little bit more space in there. So I'll go ahead and change that back. And it gives you some more spacing in there so that you can play around with that. So if you have longer text buttons in there, you can kind of play with the spacing and make that work a little bit better for you. Your form field background and your form field border are going to be on things like your contact page. So if you're looking at the form background, it's this white part, and the border color is this gray line that wraps around. So if you want to change those colors, you can. And then the footer border color is the lines that are in the footer. So again, if you wanted to get rid of them, make them the same color as the background, or you can go ahead and change the color as needed. With the logo, you have the ability to upload a logo. So if you wanted to upload your own logo, like we did a transparent ping on this one, you can go ahead and do that, and it'll load there. If you don't have a logo and you want to just go ahead and type in your name, then you would clear this out, or you wouldn't put anything in, and you would just go ahead and type your studio or your name or whatever it is, and it'll show up in that area, and you'll be able to choose the colors and the size, so you can kind of get it to fit in there. And if you want to, you can use our standard serif or sans serif font. If you wanted to upload a font, we have another video that shows you how to do that. So know that you do have those options there. When you go to the Home tab, you can change the social icon colors. So the social icon colors are going to be found right below that header, and so these are the social icon colors right here. The social icon background color is right here. So so it's the background behind these icons. The home box title font color is going to be any of these right here, so any titles. So you can go ahead and change that color. and then you can use the default pattern. So use the home box title pattern. So that's this little dotted pattern. So if you wanted to turn that off, you just go ahead and mark it to false, save it, and that pattern will go away. So it's not there anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on. And then you can go ahead and put in a home box title pattern here if you have one. And then you have your Instagram and recent post frame color. So if we come down to the bottom here, you have this frame color here that right now that's white, and it's the same thing for the recent posts. So this white color, that border, you can go ahead and change that, and it will it'll change that color. So right now we have it set to white, and you have the option of that color as well. So we'll go to the blog tab. You have the space between the posts. So let's go ahead and go to our our blog right now. And when you're looking at the blogs all laid out, you have the spacing between the posts, and then you have the mini post background. So we're calling these mini posts. So this is the background, which is white. So you can change the background of this color right here, this white color. And then you have the height, and you have the height of the image and the height of the post here. So you can go ahead and play around with those sizes there to get it to look the way you want it to. Like I said, fonts we have in another video, but you can come in here and you can upload fonts or change the fonts and change the font colors and sizes for all your different headings and things like that. So you can come in here and do that, but we cover that in another video. And then the background, it's pretty simple. Right now we use a default background, which is right in here, and you can either use that or you could turn that off. And if you turn it off, then you can pick colors. So you can pick a top color and a bottom color. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to go ahead and just show you what happens when you pick two different colors and show you how they blend into each other. So I'm going to pick those two colors. I'm going to save it, and I turned off the background so you can see the colors come through, and you can see that they blend into each other. So if you wanted a solid color, you would just go ahead and put the same color for the top and the bottom, and then the solid color would be made by blending the same color together. I'm going to go ahead and turn this background back on, and if you had a background that you purchased or that you created and you want to put it back there, you can go ahead and do that here, and then you can decide if it's tiled or different options here depending on what kind of background it is. So that's in a nutshell. We'll cover the fonts in another video, but that should give you a good jump start on where everything is and what everything is, and I hope that was informative and hope it helps out. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to contact us through the support ticket system. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks so much.